Well, New York's governor's race won't be the only big competitive race in the state of New York. 8 of New York's 27 House districts are considered competitive. That's amazing because it is typically a blue state. And of course, these districts are spanning from eastern Long Island to the Syracuse suburbs upstate, in part due to redistricting in the spring and also lots of big issues on the plate. And who better to talk about it than our national correspondent, Logan Ratick, who is here with us. And you've been traveling all over the place. I can't wait to get the update from you.
Well, Rita, good to be with you. And we know that governor's race is very competitive here in New York. Kathy Hochul, Lee Zeldin. In fact, Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, is coming in to stump for Zeldin. But you mentioned there are a number of competitive districts here in New York State, and the reasons are inflation, rising crime, abortion, to name a few. Now, one district that's familiar with competitive races in New York is New York's 11th district. That includes all of Staten Island and parts of Brooklyn. Now, in a 2020 rematch, GOP Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis hopes to defeat her predecessor, former Democratic Congressman Max Rose, who's trailing by 6 points in the latest polling. Now, Malliotakis beat him by 7 points in the last election. She's trying to keep her seat by focusing on crime and inflation impacting almost every New Yorker, while Rose is attempting to return to Washington by questioning her positions on abortion and her alliance with Donald Trump. Now, Staten Island is the only borough where Republicans traditionally do well here in New York City, so Rose has his work cut out for him once again. And all of the other seats in New York, they're expected to remain in Democratic control. Now to the 19th congressional district in the Hudson Valley. That's a seat left open after Antonio Delgado was named lieutenant governor, and Delgado's exit set up a matchup between Josh Riley, he's a Democrat, and Mark Molinaro, the Republican, who's currently in his third term as Dutchess County executive. On Long Island, that is where Congressman Lee Zeldin's seat is opening up since he's running for governor of the state. The race for New York's first congressional district is between Republican Nicholas LaLota and Democrat Bridget Fleming, and LaLota has the advantage in a district that leans Republican. Zeldin's won every election in that district since 2015. Again, now he's running for governor. But back upstate to New York's 17th congressional district, that is where Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee Chairman Sean Patrick Maloney is fighting for his political life against Republican Assemblyman Michael Lawler. That is a race now being labeled as a toss-up. Maloney has served in Congress for nearly a decade, but Lawler has gained ground in the polls while attacking Maloney for supporting bail reforms that have led to an uptick in violent crime across New York. And now in the statewide race for governor, Kathy Hochul's lead over Congressman Lee Zeldin is narrowing. The latest poll from Emerson College, Pix 11 in the Hill, has Hochul up 6 points, with 4% of voters saying they're undecided. Zeldin continues to narrow that gap, Rita, and also in that same poll, Hochul's negatives were 10 points higher than Zeldin. So there's definitely strong feelings about Kathy Hochul, and it seems that Zeldin would be the change vote. The question is how many people will come out and vote Republican, and could he be the first Republican governor here since George Pataki? Yeah, which is really amazing. And you think about it, at that time, there was high crime. There were a lot of the same issues. The other things, too, is apathy. There could be apathy on the Democratic part and a galvanization and energy on the GOP, and that could change the dial and help, certainly, Lee Zeldin, too, of course. Absolutely. Great to have you here. Great to be with you.
You have been all over the place. I love it. I'm glad you're here on set.
Good to see you, Rita.
Thank you very much, Logan. Great to have you.
No crooked establishment.
None of that twisting the
truth.
No talking down to me.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
I trust Newsmax.
Newsmax.
They don't tell me how to think.
They let
me decide.
Newsmax.
Real news
For real people.